Hello everyone. So it's time to start thinking about putting my RGB lights up on my house again. And I was trying to figure out how to put up the trim lights along the side trim of my house. I installed the puck lighting system. under the eaves of the house, if I can show you that. So as you can see, I have the puck system underneath my porch on the first and the second floor. But I need to deal with the trim on the second floor coming down, and also there on the first and second floor. So I came up with what I think is going to be a more permanent solution than having to deal with these clips that always break. I'll show you what I did. So pretty simple. I took some PVC, 1.5 PVC, and I cut it a little bit more than half. And this is what I devised. And we're going to try to put it on the house like this, kind of leave it on as a more permanent structure. So if you look, that's what it's going to look like on the trim of the house. And they come in 10-foot pieces, the PVC. And what's nice is all your wires and everything are going to be hidden and protected. I'm going to cut a cap for the top, leave the bottom open in case any water gets in, it'll drain right out. But I'm not going to have to deal with this garbage. I'm going to leave these on the house. Once it's all said and done, I think it's going to look pretty cool. So what I did was, I set up my table saw, and I marked down the middle of the PVC pipe. And what we're going to do is what's important on these saws is that you use a paneling blade. Don't try to use a rip blade because you're going to tear the PVC apart. So I bought myself for $18 a panel cutting blade. And we're going to rip this right in half, and I'll show you how we did the holes in the pipe, and it was really simple. So the next step after cutting this, nice cut by the way with that paneling blade. So the next step is to mark where I'm going to cut it, and to mark where my holes are going to go. I'm going to space them every 2 inches apart. So I'm going to strike me a line down the middle to find the middle of the pipe. Right now I just marked the 2 inches. I'm going to cut mine at 102 inches, leave a couple inches on each end. And that way it'll take a strand of 50. So I'm going to strike that line down the middle now. So when it comes time for drilling the holes, I use my drill press, and I took a wooden dowel, maybe a couple of feet, and I mounted it to some plywood with a little riser on it. So I can take this is your 1/2 inch, I just got a small piece here. So you can take it and you can slide it on like that. And then you can drill your holes, right? Because I marked out the holes where I'm going to drill them. And this is what I'm using for a drill bit, which is very, very important, is I got a Forstner drill bit, 12 millimeter. Now, the reason why this is important is because if you try using one of these, 12 millimeter, it's going to rip the PVC apart, and this is what happened on my first one. So I did some reading, and I bought this this bit, the Forstner bit, 12 millimeter. I got it on Amazon. And boy, the holes drill like a dream. And if you look, they're perfect. And there is the finished product on the house. Here's my minion, my minion fireplace. And as you can see, it looks really sleek. I just have to replace the peak. And I really like the way that came out. And now I'm just going to leave them on there so I don't have to get up every year and put them back on. Like I said, I'm going to redo the peak. I'm going to do something a little bit similar, only instead of using the 1.5" PVC, I'm going to use some AZAC L-shaped pieces to do the peak, and I'm going to tuck it underneath the rake boards, and that way everything will be sort of discreet looking until the lights come on. Hey everyone, thanks for watching.